The Miracle Manifesto. How Belief Shapes Your Reality. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Narrated by Roman Cross. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Introduction. What if the only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is the way you believe? For centuries, people have sought miracles, those extraordinary moments where the impossible becomes possible. We tend to think of miracles as rare, mysterious events, something beyond our reach or control. But what if miracles aren't just extraordinary flukes? What if they are something we can intentionally create in our own lives? This book isn't about wishful thinking or empty promises. The Miracle Manifesto is a declaration of your ability to shape reality through the power of belief. It's about turning belief into action and action into transformation. What I'm about to share with you is more than just an idea. It's a blueprint for manifesting miracles every day. In the pages ahead, you'll discover how to reclaim the power of your mind and spirit, using belief as the catalyst to rewrite your story. The truth is, your beliefs are the architects of your life. Whether you realize it or not, the beliefs you hold shape the way you think, act, and engage with the world. They determine your ability to overcome challenges, seize opportunities, and transform dreams into reality. This manifesto isn't just theoretical, it's actionable. You'll learn how to identify limiting beliefs that have been quietly holding you back. Replace them with empowering beliefs that align with your highest goals. Take daily steps to reprogram your mind and reshape your reality. Tap into the limitless potential within you, awakening your ability to manifest miracles at will. Imagine the life you want most. Maybe it's financial abundance, deeper relationships, physical well-being, or a purpose-driven career. Whatever it is, your journey starts with belief, but not just any belief. I'm talking about unwavering belief, the kind that transcends doubt and fear, the kind that bends reality to match your vision. Throughout this book, you'll see that belief is more than just a feeling. It's a force that shapes the world around you. The key to creating miracles is learning to harness that force and direct it with clarity and intention. You'll gain the tools to shift from a mindset of limits to one of limitless possibility. This manifesto is your starting point. From here on out, your life is in your hands. The blueprint has been drawn up, and the tools are laid out before you. All that remains is for you to put them to use and start manifesting the miracles you've always known were possible. We've observed that 66% of our viewers haven't yet subscribed to our channel. We invite you to support us by clicking the subscribe button and liking this video and comment below. Your encouragement inspires us to continue creating valuable content for you. Thank you for being a part of our community and fueling our passion for sharing insights and knowledge. Whatever you hold in your mind on a consistent basis is exactly what you will experience in your life. Tony Robbins. Chapter 1. The Power Within. Unlocking the Secret to Your Dreams. Imagine for a moment that every limitation you've ever faced, the barriers, the self-doubt, the whispers of impossible, were all illusions. Imagine that hidden within you is the power to shape your reality and bring your deepest dreams to life. You already possess this power. It lies dormant, waiting for you to awaken it through the sheer force of your belief. Belief is more than just an abstract feeling. It is a creative force that shapes your life, your actions, and the outcomes you experience. It acts as a lens through which you see the world, influencing the opportunities you perceive, the choices you make, and ultimately, the life you build. Think of belief as the architect of your life. It draws the blueprints and lays the foundation for the house you eventually inhabit. Many people think their external circumstances control their destiny, but in truth, it's the internal beliefs that drive those circumstances. This is why you often see individuals who seemingly achieve the impossible, entrepreneurs who start with nothing and end up building empires, athletes who defy physical odds, or ordinary people who create extraordinary lives. Their common denominator? Unwavering belief. The power within you is immense. Consider this: beliefs act as mental filters. If you believe the world is full of opportunities, you will see opportunities everywhere. If you believe that the world is out to get you, then every challenge will feel like an obstacle specifically placed to bring you down. One powerful example of belief comes from the story of Laura, a young woman who wanted to become an artist. Growing up, she was constantly told that art was just a hobby, something that couldn't be a real career. Her parents believed that stability came from following a safe path, like becoming an accountant or a teacher. For years, Lara suppressed her creative spirit, choosing to study something practical. But deep inside, she felt a pull towards something greater, something that aligned with her true self. One day, Lara decided to challenge her beliefs. She allowed herself to imagine what life would look like if she chose to follow her passion, painting. She began to adopt a new belief that she could, in fact, make a living from her art, and that the universe would support her as long as she pursued her calling with conviction. Slowly, things began to change. She started dedicating time each day to her art, sharing her work on social media, and seeking out opportunities to showcase her creations. Within a year, Lara was selling her art, getting commissions, and living the life she once thought was impossible. Her shift in belief reshaped her reality. She chose to believe in her dream, and her life transformed to reflect that belief. It is not enough just to have faith. Belief must be put into action. The difference between wishful thinking and actual belief lies in how we act upon our dreams. When you truly believe something, you act as if it's already true, even if you can't yet see evidence of it. This is the crucial element that turns a dream into a reality: the willingness to act despite fear. Belief, when paired with action, becomes unstoppable. Take the example of James, who was facing mounting debts and had lost his job. On paper, his future looked bleak. But James believed that he could turn things around. He began acting as though he already had the opportunities he needed to succeed. He networked confidently, applied for roles beyond his immediate qualifications, and took small steps every day towards his envisioned future. The key wasn't just in believing, it was also in living as though that belief was real. Within a few months, James landed a job better than his previous one. His belief created opportunities where others saw none. The science of belief. You might be thinking, this sounds idealistic. How can a simple belief shape such significant outcomes? There is actually scientific grounding behind this concept. Psychologists call it the self-fulfilling prophecy. When you believe something about yourself or the world, your actions align with that belief, thereby making it come true. This principle is also supported by neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. When you repeat affirmations, visualize success, or focus on a specific positive belief, you essentially reprogram your brain to align with that reality. You develop new pathways that reinforce the behavior and thought patterns that support your belief. Over time, this rewiring transforms how you interact with the world, ultimately shifting your external reality. To unlock the secret to your dreams, start by examining the beliefs that currently shape your life. Are these beliefs empowering you or holding you back? Remember, your thoughts are not simply passive reflections of reality, they are active participants in creating it. If you want to reshape your life, start by reshaping your beliefs. When you cultivate belief in your own abilities and potential, you begin to see doors where others see walls. Every small change in belief leads to a new possibility, and every possibility brings you one step closer to living the life you envision. To begin this transformation, try this exercise. 1. Write down 3 of your current limiting beliefs. For example, I am not capable of starting my own business. 2. Now, reframe these into empowering beliefs. For instance, I have everything I need to successfully start and grow my own business. 3. Every morning and night, repeat these new beliefs aloud. Imagine what your life would look like if these were already true. Feel it deeply. This practice will begin the rewiring process in your mind, setting you on a path towards actualizing these beliefs. Chapter 2. Belief as the gateway. Science meets spirituality. The power of belief is not just a mystical concept relegated to spiritual gurus or ancient wisdom traditions. In fact, the interaction between science and spirituality has given us new perspectives on how belief acts as a gateway to personal transformation. When we consider the ways our brains, bodies, and energy respond to our beliefs, we begin to see the true potential behind our thoughts. The meeting of science and spirituality isn't a contradiction. It's a partnership that reveals how miracles happen. Let's start with the brain. the incredible organ that processes your thoughts and creates the lens through which you view the world. Scientists have discovered that the human brain is remarkably malleable, a quality known as neuroplasticity. Essentially, your brain is constantly reshaping itself based on what you think, believe, and do. Every belief, every thought, and every action carves a neural pathway in your mind, just like a river slowly carving a canyon. When you repeatedly think or believe something, that thought becomes a well-worn path in your brain. It becomes automatic. Think about the difference between trudging through tall grass versus walking down a paved path. Your brain loves efficiency. It paves paths based on the beliefs you focus on most frequently. If you're constantly thinking, "I can't do this," that becomes a superhighway in your brain, an easy path for your thoughts to take. On the other hand, if you cultivate the belief, "I am capable and worthy," your brain starts to prioritize that belief, reshaping itself accordingly. This isn't just a psychological trick, it's a physical change. Your brain is literally rewiring itself to make those positive beliefs the default setting. This is why belief is so powerful. It shapes your mental landscape, making it easier to make choices, take actions, and see opportunities that align with that belief. The power of expectation. The placebo effect. One of the most remarkable phenomena illustrating the power of belief is the placebo effect. In countless medical studies, patients have experienced significant health improvements simply because they believed they were receiving an effective treatment, even when they were given nothing more than a sugar pill. The healing didn't come from the pill itself, but from the body's response to the belief that it was healing. Imagine what this means in the context of your own life. If your body can heal simply by believing that it is receiving a cure, then what could you achieve by believing in your success, happiness, or potential? The mind's power over the body is astonishing, and science is only beginning to scratch the surface of understanding just how much our beliefs shape our physical reality. In a similar vein, consider the story of Ethan, a marathon runner who faced a devastating injury. Doctors told him that running might not be possible again, yet Ethan believed differently. He began visualizing himself running daily, picturing the sensation of the wind on his face, the rhythmic pounding of his feet, and the crowd cheering as he crossed the finish line. Against all odds, Ethan recovered fully and eventually ran another marathon. Was it merely a miracle, or was it Ethan's unwavering belief combined with scientific principles of neuroplasticity and mind-body connection? The answer lies in the intersection of these two worlds, science and spirituality. The energy of belief. While neuroscience gives us an understanding of how belief affects our brains, quantum physics offers us a glimpse into the energetic dimension of belief. Quantum physics tells us that everything in the universe, including us, is made up of energy. Our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs emit energetic vibrations that interact with the world around us. The famous double-slit experiment revealed that simply observing particles changes their behavior. In other words, consciousness has an impact on how matter behaves at a quantum level. This suggests that our thoughts and beliefs, which are forms of conscious energy, can affect the world around us. It may sound esoteric, but when you think about it, the idea that what we focus on becomes our reality starts to make more sense. You aren't merely reacting to life, you are an active participant in its creation. Consider Maya, who always believed that the universe would guide her towards her purpose. Even when she faced financial hardship and the uncertainty of losing her job, she kept her belief in the power of the universe to help her. Rather than letting fear and anxiety dictate her actions, Maya leaned into her trust, visualizing herself finding a role that fulfilled her deeply. Within a few months, she found a new job, one that not only provided financial security but also allowed her to contribute to a cause she deeply cared about. Maya's belief acted as an energetic signal, drawing in the opportunities that aligned with her vibration of trust and purpose. You may be wondering, how do I practically apply this in my life? The bridge between science and spirituality isn't something to observe from afar, it's a path to walk. Here are practical ways to leverage belief, grounded in both neuroscience and spiritual principles. 1. Daily visualization practice. Spend 5 to 10 minutes every day visualizing your desired outcomes. This is more than daydreaming, it's a form of mental rehearsal that creates new neural pathways in the brain. Picture yourself succeeding, feel the emotions of that success, and allow yourself to experience it as if it's already happening. 2. Affirmations for rewiring. Choose 3 empowering beliefs and turn them into affirmations. For example, I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. Repeat these affirmations throughout the day, particularly when negative thoughts arise. This practice helps reshape the neural pathways in your brain and replaces limiting beliefs with empowering ones. 3. Energetic alignment. Pay attention to how your emotions and beliefs affect your energy. If you feel drained or anxious, ask yourself what you're focusing on. Are you thinking thoughts that deplete you? Shift your focus to thoughts of gratitude, potential, and positive possibilities to elevate your vibration. This will align your energy with what you want to attract. Belief acts as a gateway between the spiritual and the material, the internal and the external. It allows us to traverse the inner landscapes of our mind while also shaping the external circumstances of our lives. When you bring science and spirituality together, you see that belief is both a biological process that rewires the brain and an energetic process that aligns with the fabric of the universe. To truly harness this power, you must consciously cultivate your beliefs every single day. Every thought is an opportunity to either pave a new path toward greatness or reinforce an old roadblock. You have the power to decide which one to take. Chapter 3. Breaking the chains. Overcoming limiting beliefs. We all carry invisible chains, beliefs that limit us, hold us back, and make our dreams feel out of reach. These limiting beliefs act as barriers between where we are and where we want to be. They are the quiet whispers in our minds telling us we aren't good enough, that success is reserved for others, or that we don't deserve happiness. But here's the good news. These chains are self-imposed, and because they are self-imposed, they can also be broken. This chapter is about identifying those invisible chains, dismantling them, and replacing them with beliefs that empower you. By doing so, you pave the way to step into your full potential and live the life that you deserve. Where do limiting beliefs come from? Limiting beliefs often stem from a combination of past experiences, social conditioning, and fear of the unknown. They are born from the stories we tell ourselves and the narratives that others have imposed upon us. Consider Julia, a woman in her 30s who always dreamed of starting her own business. As a child, Julia grew up in a household where money was tight, and her parents always spoke of playing it safe with jobs. The phrase businesses are risky echoed throughout her upbringing. Although she was incredibly talented and passionate about creating her own products, she never took the step to start her business. In her mind, owning a business was synonymous with failure and risk, a narrative deeply etched into her subconscious. It wasn't until she actively confronted these limiting beliefs and decided to redefine what success and failure meant to her that she was able to break free. Julia replaced the thought of businesses are risky with a business is an opportunity to create freedom. She reframed the old narrative and rewrote her story. Before you can break the chains, you need to know where they are. Limiting beliefs tend to operate quietly in the background, influencing decisions and shaping our lives without us even realizing it. Here are some common categories of limiting beliefs. 1. Beliefs about worthiness. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve success, or I am not worthy of love. 2. Beliefs about ability. I can't do this. I'm not smart enough, or I'm not creative enough. 3. Beliefs about money and success. Money is the root of all evil. I'll never be rich, or people like me can't be successful. 4. Beliefs about change. I'm too old to change. It's too late for me, or I'm stuck where I am. A powerful exercise to begin breaking these chains is to spend some quiet time reflecting on your own life. What narratives have you accepted as truths? Do you believe that you're not capable of starting that new career? Do you think that love isn't in the cards for you? Write down every negative belief that comes to mind. Bring the invisible to light. One of the most effective tools for breaking limiting beliefs is reframing. This involves taking a limiting belief and transforming it into an empowering one. You challenge the old narrative and replace it with a new, positive story. Let's walk through a few examples. 1. Limiting belief. I can't pursue my dream because I'm too old. Reframed belief. I have a wealth of experience that makes me uniquely qualified to pursue my dream now more than ever. 2. Limiting belief. I'm not smart enough to start a business. Reframed belief. I am resourceful and capable of learning everything I need to succeed in my business. The reframing process not only changes the narrative, but it also shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It draws attention to your strengths, opens your mind to possibilities, and starts rewiring the way you think about yourself and the world. It's not enough to simply reject limiting beliefs. You need to actively create new empowering beliefs. Empowering beliefs are the thoughts that uplift you, inspire you, and give you the strength to act. Consider the story of Liam, a young man who struggled with intense anxiety, especially when speaking in public. For years, he held the belief that he was just not meant to be a speaker. It was something he avoided, convinced that he would always struggle with it. But eventually, Liam realized that this belief was holding him back in his career and personal life. He began reframing this belief. Instead of saying, "I am not meant to be a speaker," he created a new belief. "I am learning to communicate my thoughts clearly, and each time I speak, I improve." This belief allowed him to see growth where he previously saw a wall. He started with small steps, speaking up more often in meetings, then presenting to small groups, until eventually he gained the confidence to speak to larger audiences. Creating empowering beliefs is a daily practice. It means repeating those beliefs, visualizing yourself succeeding, and feeling the emotions associated with that success. Each day, your brain and your spirit grow more accustomed to these new empowering beliefs, gradually replacing the old narratives that held you back. Transformation is not a one-time event. It is a continuous journey. Here are daily rituals to help solidify your new empowering beliefs and keep your limiting beliefs at bay. 1. Morning affirmations. Start each day with affirmations that align with your new empowering beliefs. Stand in front of a mirror and declare, "I am capable, deserving, and open to success." Feel the truth behind your words. 2. Gratitude practice. Gratitude has the power to shift focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, especially things that connect with your new beliefs. For instance, "I am grateful for the courage I had today to take a step towards my dreams." 3. Catch and correct. Throughout your day, be conscious of when a limiting belief tries to take over. For instance, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," correct it immediately. Say, "I am learning, and I am capable." This habit helps prevent old beliefs from regaining control. 4. Visualization. Spend a few minutes every night visualizing yourself living in alignment with your empowering beliefs. See yourself succeeding, happy, confident, and powerful. Visualization not only reprograms the brain but also creates a deep emotional connection to your goals, making them more achievable. The biggest realization you can have on this journey is that you have a choice. You can choose which beliefs to hold on to and which ones to let go. You can choose to see your potential instead of your perceived flaws. You can choose to move forward despite fear and doubt. Take the story of Carlos, who had always believed that life was out of his control. Things just happen, he thought. He had grown up in an environment where he saw his parents struggle without any seeming control over their circumstances. This belief led Carlos to passively accept situations, from jobs he didn't like to relationships that didn't fulfill him. One day, Carlos realized that he had the power to make different choices. He chose to replace his limiting belief, "Life just happens to me," with an empowering one. "I create my life through my choices." He began to make small changes. He took on extra training at work, he ended toxic relationships, and he started pursuing hobbies that brought him joy. Eventually, he found himself in a new career and surrounded by people who uplifted him. His life changed because he changed his beliefs. Each time you choose in alignment with an empowering belief, you shatter a barrier that once held you captive. You are not defined by your past. You are not confined by your limiting thoughts. You are a limitless being, capable of boundless growth and extraordinary transformation. Chapter 4. Faith in action. Moving from fear to possibility. Belief without action is like a sailboat without the wind. It has the potential for movement but remains stagnant. True belief is dynamic, it propels you forward. It's not just about holding faith, it's about living in alignment with that faith, making bold decisions, and taking inspired action even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. In this chapter, we'll explore how to transform your belief into meaningful action, how to overcome fear that inevitably surfaces along the way, and how to act as if your dream life is already unfolding. Fear often shows up right when we decide to follow our hearts. It's that voice that warns, what if you fail? Or what if you make a mistake? Fear is a normal part of any growth journey. Our minds are wired to protect us from the unknown. But allowing fear to dictate our actions limits our capacity to grow and succeed. Take the story of Kevin, an aspiring chef who wanted to open his own restaurant. Kevin spent years cooking in the kitchens of others, feeling a pull to do something more. But the fear of failure, of not making enough money, of the restaurant not being a success, kept him stuck in the same kitchen year after year. Then one day, a mentor told him, fear is always loudest just before you break through. The fact that you're afraid means it's worth pursuing. With this realization, Kevin made a decision. He understood that the presence of fear didn't mean he was incapable. It meant he was stepping out of his comfort zone. Kevin took one small, courageous step at a time, writing his business plan, talking to investors, and eventually opening the doors to his very own restaurant. Today, Kevin runs a thriving business, and he says that if he had let fear win, he would still be dreaming from the sidelines. Fear doesn't mean stop. It means go forward with awareness and courage. Acting as if. One of the most powerful tools to transform belief into reality is the practice of acting as if. This means behaving as though the success you desire is already true. This practice is transformative because it changes your mental, emotional, and physical state in a way that aligns you with your desired outcomes. Maya Angelou once said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." This wisdom also applies inwardly. How you make yourself feel matters immensely. Acting as if allows you to experience the emotions tied to success, fulfillment, and joy long before those results manifest in your physical reality. Consider Renee, a woman who dreamed of working as a life coach. At the time, she worked an uninspiring office job and felt unfulfilled. However, instead of waiting for the perfect time to make the change, she began acting as if she was already a coach. She enrolled in evening classes, started offering free sessions to friends, and even introduced herself at networking events as a life coach. By stepping into that identity early, she built the confidence, the skills, and the connections she needed. Before long, her coaching side gig became her full-time profession. Renee's success began not when she quit her job, but when she decided to live into her desired reality, even while still balancing her office work. Acting as if doesn't mean ignoring your reality. It means creating momentum in small, purposeful ways that lead toward the life you envision. A common misconception is that taking action requires a leap of faith so large that it leaves you terrified. But in truth, the most powerful actions are often the smallest ones. What makes them powerful is their consistency and alignment with your beliefs. Each small action you take is like planting a seed that will one day grow into a tree. Watering that seed daily with small, inspired actions eventually leads to visible growth. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens surely and steadily. When you act with faith, no matter how small the step, you nurture the garden of your dreams. Mariana's story is a testament to this truth. Mariana wanted to improve her health and fitness, but was overwhelmed by the idea of changing her entire lifestyle. She was afraid of failing, afraid of trying only to fall back into old habits. Instead of making drastic changes all at once, Mariana decided to start small. She committed to 10 minutes of walking each morning. That was all. What started as 10 minutes of walking turned into 20, then 30. She began incorporating healthier foods into her diet, and over the months, she transformed both her body and her mindset. Mariana's belief in herself grew with every small action she took. She learned that true transformation happens not through dramatic leaps, but through small, courageous, and consistent steps. To act in alignment with your beliefs requires courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the willingness to move forward in spite of fear. Courage is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Every time you choose courage, you strengthen your belief. Let's consider David, who had a dream of speaking on stage and sharing his story of overcoming addiction. The thought of standing in front of an audience filled him with terror. But David also knew that sharing his story could help others, and that became his driving force. He started by speaking to small groups, 10 people, 15 people, telling his story at local community centers. The first time he spoke, his voice shook and his heart raced, but he didn't stop. He chose courage, and the more he spoke, the stronger his belief became. Eventually, David was standing on stage at an addiction recovery conference, speaking to an audience of hundreds. The applause, the tears, and the words of gratitude from those he touched were testament to his belief in himself and the courageous actions he took despite his fear. Transforming fear into a compass. Fear often signals the things that matter most to us. It indicates that we're stepping outside our comfort zone and into uncharted territory. Instead of seeing fear as something to be avoided, you can begin to see it as a compass pointing toward what truly matters. When you feel fear, ask yourself, is this fear a sign that I am growing? What would my life look like if I moved through this fear? What small, courageous step can I take today? Instead of fighting fear, use it. Let it be your guide. Let it remind you that you are stepping into new possibilities, into a space where growth and transformation happen. To summarize, here's a 3-step process to turn belief into action and move from fear to possibility. 1. Act as if. Identify the life you want and begin acting as if that reality is already true. Align your habits, choices, and identity with your future self. 2. Start small, but start. Take small, consistent actions every day that move you toward your goals. Remember, even the tiniest step forward is progress. 3. Embrace courage, not perfection. Don't wait for the fear to disappear. Instead, act despite it. Courage is your most powerful ally in the face of the unknown. Remember, belief isn't passive, it's active. When you believe in something, you act on it, even if those actions are small, hesitant steps. Each action you take is a declaration of your faith, a message to the universe that says, I believe, and I am ready. Fear will always be a part of the journey, but it doesn't have to define it. Let fear remind you that you're doing something significant, that you're breaking new ground. Every time you act in spite of fear, you take another step towards the reality you wish to create. You move from fear to possibility, from doubt to confidence, from dream to reality. Chapter 5. Present Power. Finding strength in the now. One of the greatest paradoxes in the pursuit of our dreams is that while we are encouraged to look ahead, visualize the future, and strive towards our goals, true power lies in the present moment. This chapter is about learning how to harness the strength that exists in the here and now, how being fully present allows us to make better decisions, experience true happiness, and ultimately create a future that reflects our deepest desires. When we focus too much on the future, we often find ourselves anxious, overthinking the possibilities, and forgetting that the power to shape the future comes from what we do right now. Conversely, when we dwell too much on the past, we get stuck in regrets or replaying moments that hold us back. The real magic happens when we learn to harness the energy of the present moment and realize that everything we need to create our dreams is already within us, right here, right now. The future is an exciting yet uncertain place. We often paint it in our minds, constructing both our hopes and our fears there. However, the reality is that the future is nothing more than a series of present moments yet to come. When we excessively worry about what is to come, we waste our present energy and rob ourselves of the opportunity to create the life we want. Consider the story of Carla, who wanted to start her own consulting business. Carla found herself spending endless hours planning. She meticulously prepared budgets, read books about entrepreneurship, and made lists upon lists of tasks she would need to complete. But every time she thought about actually taking the first step, she felt paralyzed by fears of what might go wrong in the future. She worried about everything: potential failure, competition, not being good enough, not finding clients. Eventually, Carla came to understand that while planning is important, over-planning and overthinking had become a way to avoid taking action. It was preventing her from living fully in the moment, from actually taking the leap. The breakthrough happened when she chose to focus on the present moment, on what she could do today, rather than what might happen tomorrow. By committing to small daily actions, Carla turned her dreams into reality, one present moment at a time. The power of the present moment is that it brings clarity. In the now, there is no anxiety about what might happen, no lingering regret over what has happened. There is only the simple, clear choice of what you do in this instant. When you focus on the present, you are able to connect more deeply with your intuition and make decisions that align with your true self. Consider Marcus, a man who had been climbing the corporate ladder for years. He kept pushing himself forward, thinking about the promotions, the bonuses, and what life would be like once he finally made it. However, when he reached his goal, Marcus found himself feeling empty. Despite the external success, he felt lost, disconnected from himself and his true desires. It was only when Marcus started practicing mindfulness, taking moments during his day to pause, breathe, and focus on the present, that he realized his passion lay elsewhere. He discovered that he loved working with people, not managing spreadsheets. With this newfound clarity, Marcus shifted his career into coaching and now finds fulfillment helping others. The present moment gave him the insight he needed to make meaningful change. Mindfulness is one of the most powerful tools for harnessing the strength of the present moment. By practicing mindfulness, we train ourselves to pay attention to what is happening here and now, rather than getting caught up in past regrets or future anxieties. Mindfulness teaches us to be fully present, and it allows us to recognize the power we have in each moment. A simple way to incorporate mindfulness into your life is through breath awareness. Set aside time each day to sit quietly and focus on your breathing. Each inhale and exhale grounds you in the now, reminding you that your power lies in the present. As you grow in mindfulness, you will find it easier to release fear, anxiety, and worry, and instead take action that is aligned with your true self. Sophie practiced mindfulness after her life became overwhelming with responsibilities. She worked a demanding job, was raising 2 young children, and was involved in community activities. Every day felt like a marathon, and she worried constantly about the future, her children's well-being, finances, and her career. She was always rushing, never able to catch her breath. Eventually, the stress caught up with her, and Sophie knew something had to change. A friend recommended that she try mindfulness meditation. At first, Sophie found it difficult. Her mind was always racing. But she persisted, practicing for 5 minutes each morning. Over time, Sophie found that she could carry the sense of presence from her meditation into her daily life. She became more patient with her children, more focused at work, and more at ease overall. She learned to appreciate small moments, playing in the yard with her kids, enjoying a quiet cup of tea, watching the sunset. Her life didn't necessarily become less busy, but by being present, she felt more grounded and capable of handling each moment as it came. Another way to harness the power of the present is through gratitude. When we focus on what we are grateful for, we ground ourselves in the present moment. Gratitude brings our attention to the good that is happening right now, instead of focusing on what is lacking or what we fear might go wrong. Each day, take a moment to write down 3 things you are grateful for. These can be small, simple things, like the warmth of the sun, a kind word from a friend, or a delicious meal. By making gratitude a regular part of your life, you shift your focus from fear and scarcity to abundance and joy. Tom used gratitude to change his mindset after a particularly challenging period in his life. He had lost his job and was struggling to find work, leading to a downward spiral of stress and anxiety. Tom began keeping a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things every day that he appreciated. At first, it was difficult to find anything, but gradually, Tom started noticing the small blessings, his health, the support of friends, the beauty of nature. This simple shift helped Tom to find peace in the present, and with that peace came new opportunities. He approached job hunting with a renewed perspective and ultimately found a position that suited him even better than the one he had lost. Being present doesn't mean abandoning your dreams or letting go of your vision for the future. It means recognizing that the future is built from the choices you make today. Your power lies in this very moment. What you choose to focus on, the actions you take, and the energy you put forth all create the blueprint for what is to come. One of the most powerful ways to align the present with your future vision is to ask yourself, what can I do today, right now, that brings me one step closer to my goal? It could be something as small as making a phone call, writing down your ideas, taking a walk to clear your mind, or simply practicing gratitude. The more you engage in the present with intention, the more you align yourself with the future you desire. Here's a simple exercise you can do to cultivate presence. 1. Set an intention to be present. At the start of each day, set an intention to be present. Remind yourself that today you will focus on being here and now. 2. Use your breath as an anchor. Throughout the day, use your breath to bring yourself back to the present moment. Take deep, conscious breaths whenever you feel overwhelmed or distracted. 3. Gratitude pause. Set an alarm to go off 3 times a day. When it does, pause for a moment and think of one thing you are grateful for at that exact moment. 4. Mindful activity. Choose one daily activity, such as brushing your teeth, washing dishes, or taking a walk, and commit to doing it mindfully. Pay attention to every detail, the sensations, the sounds, the smells. Let this be a practice of fully embracing the now. Chapter 6. Building resilience. Hope when times are tough. Life inevitably brings moments when everything seems to fall apart, when challenges pile up and hope feels distant. During these times, it's easy to succumb to despair, but it is precisely at these moments that cultivating resilience and hope becomes most crucial. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but about how we respond to it, how we gather our strength and push through. In this chapter, we'll explore how to foster hope, how to remain resilient in the face of setbacks, and how to embrace the belief that even when all seems lost, there is always a way forward. Resilience is often thought of as the ability to bounce back after difficult situations. While this is true, resilience is also about transforming pain into strength. It is about looking at hardship, disappointment, or failure in the face and deciding, this is not the end for me. Take Rachel, for instance. She had been laid off from her job, lost her apartment, and was struggling to provide for her young daughter. It felt as though every step forward was met with another setback. Rachel experienced moments of fear and hopelessness, but she realized that if she wanted to change her situation, she needed to believe that things could improve. She began by focusing on small, manageable steps, finding temporary work, saving bit by bit, and above all, keeping her hope alive. Over time, Rachel not only found stability but used her experiences as a stepping stone to start her own business, helping other single parents navigate through tough times. She turned her struggle into a source of resilience that not only lifted her but inspired many others as well. Resilience isn't about escaping unscathed. It's about finding a new path after everything you planned falls apart. In the darkest of moments, hope becomes our anchor. Hope is the belief that a better tomorrow is possible, even if we can't see exactly how that future will unfold. It is hope that propels us forward when we feel weighed down by life's burdens. Consider Aiden, a high school teacher who faced a life-altering accident that left him with limited mobility. The transition was painful, and many days felt like a battle against despair. But Aiden found hope in small things, the joy of teaching, the love of his family, and the beauty of the world outside his window. With the help of his students, he began to find purpose again, shifting his teaching style to accommodate his physical limitations. Instead of giving in to despair, Aiden chose to hope for a life that still held meaning and fulfillment. He began writing, using his experience to create a book that inspired many people to persevere despite adversity. Hope was not about denying the reality of his pain, but about embracing the possibility that joy and meaning could still be found within it. When life gets tough, building resilience is about small, conscious actions that bring a sense of purpose and direction. Here are practical ways to keep hope alive and build resilience when times are tough. 1. Focus on what you can control. During challenging times, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by everything that's out of our hands. A powerful strategy is to shift your focus to what you can control. You may not be able to change external events, but you can decide how you respond to them, how you treat yourself, and what you choose to do next. 2. Break it down into small steps. When the road ahead feels impossible, break your goals into the smallest possible steps. Take things one day, or even 1 hour, at a time. Each small success builds momentum and reminds you that you are capable of moving forward. 3. Stay connected. Resilience is often about leaning on others when we need support. During times of crisis, reach out to friends, family, or support groups. Share your struggles, accept help, and allow yourself to be uplifted by others. Anna, for instance, struggled through a difficult divorce, and her sense of isolation was profound. But once she began reaching out to friends and sharing her pain, she found strength she didn't know she had. The connection she forged became a source of hope and a reminder that she wasn't alone. 4. Practice self-compassion. When faced with setbacks, it's common to blame ourselves or feel like we're not good enough. Practicing self-compassion is about treating yourself with kindness during these tough times, recognizing that suffering is a universal human experience, and remembering that you deserve patience and care. Speak to yourself as you would a dear friend, gently, with understanding, and without harsh judgment. 5. Find a source of inspiration. When hope wanes, look for stories that rekindle your belief in what's possible. Whether it's reading about someone who overcame the odds, listening to an inspiring podcast, or watching a motivational talk, find a source of inspiration that reminds you that others have walked through darkness and found their way to the light. Resilience has a transformational quality. It allows us to not only endure hardships but to be changed by them in meaningful ways. When we look at the challenges we face as opportunities for growth, we begin to see the silver linings hidden within them. Matteo was a professional athlete whose career was cut short by an injury. Everything he had planned for his future revolved around his sport, and suddenly it was taken away. Matteo struggled to redefine himself, as he felt his identity was tied to his athletic achievements. But slowly he began to see that his passion for movement and fitness didn't have to end because he could no longer compete. Matteo decided to channel his knowledge and passion into coaching and mentoring young athletes. He built a community, helping others grow stronger physically and mentally. Resilience allowed Matteo not only to endure his loss but to use it as fuel to create something new. His injury no longer defined the end of his dreams, it defined the beginning of a new purpose. One of the most important aspects of resilience is the recognition that challenges are temporary. No matter how long the storm lasts, it will eventually pass. The human spirit is remarkably adaptive, capable of weathering even the toughest situations. When times are hard, remind yourself that everything is impermanent, both the good and the bad. Just as moments of joy and ease are fleeting, so too are times of hardship. This doesn't diminish the pain of those moments, but it provides comfort in knowing that the darkness will not last forever. Consider Fiona, who faced financial ruin after her business collapsed during an economic downturn. For a long time, Fiona felt overwhelmed and hopeless, unable to see any way out of her situation. Then, she started to remind herself that she had overcome difficult times before and that this too would pass. She leaned into her resilience, slowly finding new ways to rebuild. She took courses, learned new skills, and eventually landed a new job that helped her regain stability. It wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight, but it happened because Fiona never lost hope. Here are exercises you can do to foster resilience during tough times. 1. Gratitude in adversity. Each night, write down 3 things you are grateful for, even during hardship. Gratitude can shift your perspective and help you find glimpses of light during dark times. 2. Positive reframe practice. When you face a setback, practice positive reframing. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this, or how can this experience ultimately help me grow? Reframing doesn't diminish the difficulty but helps you find meaning. 3. Mantra for hope. Create a mantra that helps you stay grounded in hope. For example, this is temporary. I am resilient. I will find a way. Repeat this mantra during difficult moments as a reminder of your strength and the impermanence of hardship. 4. Acts of kindness. Do something kind for someone else. Acts of kindness remind us of our ability to make a positive impact, even when our own world feels uncertain. It brings purpose into our lives and helps us reconnect with our humanity. Chapter 7. The universe responds. Aligning energies for manifestation. The universe operates in ways that often seem mysterious, yet beneath these mysteries lies a set of principles that connect us all: energy, vibration, and alignment. Understanding how to align your personal energy with the universe's vast creative power can allow you to manifest your deepest desires. This chapter will guide you in cultivating a powerful, positive energy that signals to the universe exactly what you want to create, helping you align with your highest possibilities. The energy you emit. Imagine for a moment that everything in the universe, objects, people, and even thoughts, consists of vibrating energy. This isn't just a spiritual idea, it's grounded in quantum physics, which tells us that everything is fundamentally made up of particles that vibrate at different frequencies. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are not abstract or inconsequential. They are energetic frequencies that you emit into the universe. When you think positively, feel gratitude, and believe in your potential, you radiate a high frequency. On the other hand, thoughts of fear, resentment, or doubt emit a lower frequency. The energy you emit acts like a magnet, attracting experiences, people, and circumstances that resonate with your frequency. Take the story of Naomi. Naomi worked in a job that drained her energy. She wanted a better position, one that allowed her creativity to shine, but every time she tried applying for something new, she faced rejection. Deep inside, Naomi believed that good jobs are hard to get, and that maybe she wasn't good enough to deserve the career she wanted. The universe responded to this low-frequency belief. Every rejection confirmed her inner narrative, reinforcing her feelings of frustration. One day, Naomi attended a workshop on the power of energy and belief. She learned that her thoughts and feelings were creating the very reality she wanted to escape. Determined to make a change, Naomi began working on her internal beliefs. She started with affirmations, repeating statements like, "I am worthy of a fulfilling and creative career," and visualizing herself thriving in the perfect job. Slowly, Naomi's energy began to shift, and she felt more aligned with her vision. Within a few months, Naomi received an offer for a position she had dreamed of, one that fit her perfectly. She didn't just attract the job, she aligned herself energetically with it. The concept of like attracts like is at the heart of manifesting your desires. It means that whatever you focus on, whether it's something you want or something you fear, you draw towards you. This is known as the law of attraction, and it's based on the idea that your energy field interacts with the universe and brings similar energy into your experience. If you focus on lack, scarcity, or what you don't have, your thoughts align with scarcity, and the universe matches that frequency, creating more of it in your life. Conversely, when you focus on abundance, opportunities, and gratitude, you begin to attract those same positive energies into your life. Consider James, who always felt as though he could never get ahead financially. His thoughts were dominated by a sense of lack. He would often think, "I never have enough," or "money always slips through my fingers." These thoughts carried a low vibration, and as a result, James struggled to break the cycle of financial instability. One day, James decided to change his approach. Instead of focusing on what he didn't have, he began practicing gratitude for the small amounts of abundance he already experienced, finding a coin on the street, receiving a small gift, or even just having a delicious meal. He affirmed daily, "Money flows to me easily and frequently." Over time, his energy shifted. James found new opportunities for additional income, and his financial situation began to stabilize. The universe responded to the energy James put out, and it brought more abundance into his life. Aligning your energy with the universe is not about forcing things to happen. It's about creating a state of allowance, where you become open to receiving the abundance that is already present. Here are steps to help you align your energy for manifestation. 1. Cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can emit. When you focus on what you are thankful for, you align yourself with abundance. Start each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for, and really feel the emotion of gratitude. 2. Visualize with feeling. Visualization is more than just picturing something in your mind. It's about feeling as though it's already happening. If you want to manifest a new job, imagine yourself in that role. See the environment, hear the sounds, and most importantly, feel the emotions you would feel if it were already true. This creates a powerful energetic signal that attracts that reality into your experience. 3. Release resistance. Often, the biggest obstacle to manifestation is our own resistance, the doubts, fears, or limiting beliefs that tell us we can't have what we desire. Practice identifying these limiting thoughts and then consciously letting them go. Replace them with empowering beliefs that support your vision. 4. Act in alignment. Aligning your energy also means taking inspired actions that resonate with your desired reality. If you are trying to manifest better health, start making choices that reflect that. Eat nourishing foods, exercise, and take care of yourself. The actions you take must match the energy of what you want to create. Manifestation doesn't always happen according to our timeline. This can be one of the most challenging aspects of aligning with the universe, learning to trust in divine timing. Just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it isn't on its way. Consider Leah, who wanted to manifest a loving relationship. She worked on herself, practiced gratitude, visualized her ideal partner, and let go of past relationships that no longer served her. Months went by, and Leah still hadn't met anyone new. She began to doubt herself, wondering if something was wrong with her. But Leah decided to keep trusting in the process, believing that the right person would come at the right time. It was almost a year later that Leah met Alex, a man who was everything she had envisioned and more. Looking back, Leah realized that during those months of waiting, she had needed to grow, to learn how to love herself fully before she could be ready for a relationship that was healthy and supportive. The universe wasn't denying her, it was preparing her. Trusting in divine timing means recognizing that sometimes there are lessons we need to learn before we are ready to receive what we desire. Emotions are a powerful part of the manifestation process. They act as an energetic bridge between your thoughts and the reality you want to create. If your emotions do not match your thoughts, it creates resistance. For example, if you say, "I am abundant," but you feel anxious and fearful about money, the emotional energy contradicts the affirmation, and manifestation is blocked. Evelyn learned this the hard way. She used positive affirmations every day, saying, "I am worthy of success," but deep inside, she carried a fear of failing. That fear showed up in her decisions. She hesitated, second-guessed herself, and didn't fully commit. It wasn't until Evelyn began addressing her emotional blocks, taking time to feel her fear, release it, and replace it with feelings of confidence and excitement, that things began to shift. When her emotions matched her thoughts, she found opportunities aligning for her, and success began flowing into her life. Alignment is about emotional coherence, ensuring that what you think, say, and feel are all in harmony. When your thoughts are focused on your vision, your emotions are full of positivity, and your actions reflect those thoughts. You create a powerful energetic frequency that the universe responds to. Here are exercises to help you align your energy for manifestation. 1. Daily energy check. Set aside a few minutes each day to check in with your energy. Ask yourself, what am I focusing on? If you catch yourself in negative thinking, pause and consciously shift your focus to something positive, something you desire rather than fear. 2. Affirmation with feeling. Choose one affirmation that aligns with your desire. Close your eyes and repeat it aloud, but also imagine and feel the emotion that comes with it. Let the feeling fill you as though it is already true. 3. Visual manifestation journal. Keep a journal dedicated to visualizing your dreams. Each day, write down a scene of your future life. Describe it vividly, including the sights, sounds, and emotions. The more detailed, the more powerfully you align with that energy. 4. Gratitude walk. Take a 10-minute walk each day where you focus solely on gratitude. Speak aloud or think about everything you are thankful for, from the smallest joys to the biggest blessings. This helps elevate your vibration and aligns your energy with abundance. Chapter 8. Living the Miracle. Sustaining your belief for a lifetime. The journey of awakening the miraculous within you is not a destination. It is an ongoing process, a lifetime commitment to nurturing your beliefs, aligning with your highest self, and constantly expanding your vision of what's possible. To truly live a life shaped by belief, you must learn to sustain your faith, energy, and dreams even when life doesn't unfold as planned. This final chapter is about creating practices and rituals that help you maintain your belief so that it becomes a lasting foundation for your life. Belief isn't static. It grows, evolves, and sometimes wavers. Even the most confident individuals face moments of doubt. The key to sustaining your belief lies not in pretending doubt doesn't exist, but in knowing how to respond to it, how to reframe doubt as a sign that you are on the edge of growth, and how to continuously reinforce your commitment to your dreams. Maya Angelou once said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." This perfectly captures the essence of living the miracle, of recognizing that challenges, setbacks, and difficulties are natural, but choosing to continue on your path regardless. To sustain belief is to create a framework that helps you rise every time you fall. Daily rituals for reinforcing belief. A powerful way to sustain your belief is to integrate it into your daily life through consistent rituals. These rituals don't need to be complicated, but they should be intentional, designed to remind you of your power, your vision, and your potential. 1. Morning affirmations and visualizations. Start your day by affirming your beliefs and visualizing your dreams. Each morning, take 5 minutes to affirm statements such as, "I am capable of achieving my goals," or "I live a life full of purpose and abundance." Then, visualize yourself living your ideal life. Picture every detail, feel the emotions of success, and let those emotions guide your actions for the day. 2. Gratitude practice. Gratitude is a powerful reinforcement for belief. When you focus on what you already have, you naturally align yourself with abundance, which makes it easier to believe in your potential for more. Each evening, write down 3 things that you are grateful for. This simple practice can help shift your mindset, keeping you focused on the positive and on what's working. 3. Movement with intention. Physical movement, whether it's yoga, a walk in nature, or any other form of exercise, can help you release any negative energy and realign with your goals. As you move, mentally reaffirm your beliefs and focus on what you want to create in your life. Movement helps embody your intentions, bringing them into your physical experience. 4. Check in with your energy. Every night before bed, take a few moments to reflect on your day. Ask yourself, did I align my actions with my beliefs today? And did I move closer to my vision if there were moments of doubt? Reflect on how you can shift your mindset tomorrow. This daily check-in helps you course correct and ensure you stay on track. Building a community of belief. Another crucial aspect of sustaining your belief is surrounding yourself with a community that supports and inspires you. Human beings are social by nature, and the people we interact with have a significant influence on our mindset and beliefs. The saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," holds a deep truth. Zara struggled for years with self-doubt, wanting to start her own graphic design company, but constantly being discouraged by those around her. Her friends and family, though well-meaning, told her that it was risky, that she should focus on more stable career options. Eventually, Zara realized that if she wanted to live her dream, she needed to surround herself with people who shared her vision and encouraged her growth. She joined a local group of entrepreneurs, attended creative workshops, and started connecting with others who had similar aspirations. This shift in community transformed her belief in herself. She felt supported, inspired, and capable. Within a year, Zara had launched her design company and was doing work she loved every single day. Surrounding herself with a community of belief gave her the strength to sustain her own faith. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you to grow, and who believe in possibilities. Whether it's friends, mentors, or even an online community, connect with those who uplift your spirit and align with your vision. Living the miracle requires a mindset that sees setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than as failures. There will be moments when things don't go according to plan, moments when you face rejection, loss, or disappointment. In these moments, it's essential to reframe the narrative. Consider Elena, an aspiring author who faced numerous rejections from publishers. Each rejection letter was a blow to her confidence, and she began to question whether she was good enough to be a writer. Instead of giving up, Elena decided to reframe each rejection as a chance to improve her craft. She joined a writing group, took feedback seriously, and continued to refine her work. Eventually, her persistence paid off, and her book was accepted by a publisher. Today, Elena is a celebrated author, and she often reflects on those rejections as being the very experiences that made her writing stronger. Every setback contains a lesson, and every lesson brings you closer to your goal. The only true failure is giving up. As long as you're willing to keep going, you're moving forward. Sustaining belief also means trusting in the process of life. The universe operates on its own timeline, and often, things come together in ways we couldn't predict. Trusting the process means believing that even when things seem uncertain, you are being guided in the direction of your greatest good. Aaron wanted to transition from his corporate job to working as a wildlife photographer. He put his belief into action, building his portfolio, networking, and submitting his work to agencies. Yet, despite his efforts, he faced a lot of dead ends. It wasn't until 2 years later that Aaron got his breakthrough, an unexpected opportunity to work on a documentary that took him around the world. Looking back, Aaron realized that the delays were necessary. They gave him the time to hone his skills, prepare himself, and be ready when the opportunity finally came. Trusting the process doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing everything you can, then letting go of the need to control the outcome. It means believing that the universe will bring the right opportunity at the right time. To truly live the miracle, it's essential to embody the identity of your future self right now. When you believe that you are already the person you want to become, you start to make decisions from that empowered place. You step into situations with confidence, you take bold actions, and you align your habits with that vision. Lena dreamed of being a motivational speaker, yet she struggled with her confidence. She thought she needed more certifications, more experience, and more accolades before she could stand on stage and inspire others. But one day, Lena decided to stop waiting for permission. She began acting as if she was already a motivational speaker. She spoke at local events, shared her story on social media, and practiced her talks in front of friends. By embodying the identity of her future self, Lena attracted opportunities that aligned with that identity. She was invited to speak at larger events, started getting recognized for her talent, and eventually became the motivational speaker she had always envisioned. The key was that Lena didn't wait for everything to be perfect. She chose to become that person right then and there, and the universe responded in kind. Living the miracle means knowing that you already possess everything you need to be the person you desire to be. It's about stepping into that reality fully, without hesitation, and trusting that, as you do, the universe will align accordingly. To conclude this journey, here is a powerful exercise to help you live the miracle every day. 1. Morning Miracle Manifesto. Write down a statement that embodies your ultimate vision for yourself, something like, "I am living a life of purpose, abundance, and joy." Read this manifesto aloud each morning and feel the energy of those words. Let them set the tone for your day. 2. Daily Miracle Action. Each day, commit to taking one action, no matter how small, that aligns with your vision. It could be reaching out to someone in your desired field, practicing a skill, or taking a risk that stretches your comfort zone. 3. Nightly Reflection and Gratitude. Before going to bed, reflect on your day. Acknowledge the actions you took, the progress you made, and express gratitude for the opportunities that came your way. By ending each day with gratitude, you reinforce your belief in your power to create miracles. Final words. Embrace the miracle within. As you reach this final page, know that the journey does not end here. What you hold within you is extraordinary, the power to shape, to dream, and to bring forth the life you envision. Every belief you choose to nurture, every small action you take, and every moment you stand in your truth brings you closer to the miraculous. Living a life of unwavering belief is not about perfection. It's about commitment, the commitment to rise even when you stumble, to see light even in the darkest moments, and to trust that the universe is always working in your favor. You are not merely a bystander in the story of your life. You are the author, the creator, and the miracle worker. This book has given you tools, stories, and insights, but the real magic lies in how you apply them. Take what resonates most deeply with you and turn it into your own personal practice. Let your belief grow, let it evolve, and most importantly, let it guide you to places that perhaps even now feel impossible. Know that this journey will have its ebbs and flows. There will be days when your faith feels boundless, and there will be days when doubt creeps in. On those days, return to these pages, revisit the practices, or simply take a moment to breathe in the possibility of something greater. Remember, the essence of everything you desire already exists within you. The universe moves in response to your belief. Step boldly, live fully, and awaken the miraculous within. The power has always been yours. Take care and be well.